Hey guys, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I want to thank you so much for the continuous suggestions, phone calls and comments. Today we have a great vlog for you where we actually sit down with Mr. Trevor Bernard, President of the Small Range Association, and kind of dig a little bit deeper into his personal life to see what is it that he does outside of goat rearing. So let us now listen to Mr. Bernard's journey. So good afternoon, Mr. Bernard. How are you?
Good afternoon. I'm good.
Even though we're gonna talk vlogs together, I think persons out there don't really know who Mr. Bernard is. So who is Mr. Bernard? Please give us a history.
Mr. Bernard, born in this general area, in the Maxwell Avenue, Lindus Road area. I used to rear goat in these areas when I was a young child. Right across that side there, we used to have the goat pen, and my grandfather put these across there, about an acre of land on that side. So we used to rear, my grandfather used to rear goats, you know, chicken, all kind of livestock animals. So as a child, I grew up around livestock, and I used to take care of the goats. We used to let out the goats. They used to just run up and down all over the place, feed and come in back, and that's how we used to feed the animals. There was no intensive farming. We didn't really know about farming. So as a child, I grew up and I went to university, Florida Institute of Technology. I did a degree in electronics, and I came back and I came to Jamaica, and I was just having fun. And out of having fun over a number of years, I started working with a company, industrial skills and maintenance company, weight scale company. We were repair, sell, manufacture, and make skills for customers. So like Hypro, we service all the skills at Hypro, for example, filling skills, truck skills, so forth, all the big plants all over the island. And back in those days there were a lot of manufacturing, so I had a lot of work doing in the scale in the weight industry. So this was just a little side of my electronic side that I was doing, because at that time scales were moving from mechanical to electronic. And then I ended up now with these trucks. With one garbage truck. I started out, and I don't know why I got involved into this garbage truck. I think I got it in this direction because I wanted to diversify, because what was happening is that manufacturing was being chopped in a big way and I didn't have enough things to do. I got a truck, and somehow I started out with one truck. I started with one truck and I put a lot of energy and resources into it, and I grew and I grew and I grew. I think I'm at about maybe 30 trucks now, and I spread across the island. Premier Waste Management, we do Kingston, Whole Harbour, Linstead, you know, Maypen and so forth. You know, we do St. Thomas and that kind of thing. We are a garbage company. I brought a unique product to Jamaica, which was front loader type garbage trucks, which was not here at the time in Jamaica. Front loader picks up the garbage from the front of the truck and tip it into the body. It's ideal for industrial type collection, and you don't carry people around, and you don't have a lot of sidemen and things, and people loved it. And that's what I started with it, and it grew. And about in 2003, I bought out a company in Ocho Rios area. They're spread across Ocho Rios, Montego Bay, called Jamaica Waste Industry. That company had fell down, was not doing very well, you know, a lot of this damaged equipment, and I repaired it and grew it, and now we spread across the center and Montego Bay and Negril. We pick up all garbage on that side, mainly doing a lot of hotels. We did roll on, roll off, compactors. We offer all services in the waste industry. I even used to do wastewater and so forth.
Wow.
At one point. We also do waste oil collection. We do some amount of recycling and things like that. So this is one of my, I would say, the most of the time, because we have an office in Ontario, okay. I also import equipment. I import all different kind of things, just stuff that people want. I have an importation company, and I bring in equipment for people and so forth. You know, for example, the draft cutters,
yes,
that I brought in recently, you know, milling machines and different machinery like that. Because I'm very technical mechanically, even though I have an electronic degree, but I tend to be doing a lot more mechanical stuff than electronic stuff. Recently I started getting involved also into solar, and I also do solar systems, install solar systems one of the ventures that I've gone into now about a year now. Like my office here, I used to get a light bill of maybe about 70,000 a month, and I don't really have a light bill anymore.
That's
I've
great.
completely run the office off
Solar, nice.
like air condition, you know, fridge, deep freeze, about 10 computers and the lights.
So what's the cost for a solar system like that?
Like the one I have here now, about 3.5 million.
And it gets you off how much off the grid? About 80%.
I would say 95%
Off the grid.
The only time I used the grid was like when we had 4 weeks of rainfall. I have to use some of the grid, but as long as I have this sunshine, the whole company is run off solar.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I don't use any solar, so it will pay back for itself in a short time.
In a short time. These are some real nice Nubians.
This is my old mother. She's about 8-9 years old.
8-9-year-old. Wow.
Oh, watch your head.
Here's Sir Bernard rooftop goat farm. It's crazy. Sir Bernard, I'm on top of a roof, and you have animals raising on top of a roof in Kingston. But I know you also, as Trevor Bernard, the president of the Small Ruminant Association. I see why you are the president. You're doing some real unique practices, but let me ask you a question. Tell us about the association, Mr. Bernard.
Well, the Small Ruminants Association of Jamaica, we lobby on behalf of the farmers. We also have training seminars all the time, and since the pandemic, we have been doing a lot of videos and blogs. You know, Khalil and myself, we go around the place and visit farmers all over the island and help them and advise them and train them, and, you know, trying to push the young people into goat rearing and sheep and, you know, rabbit rearing.
If you had a chance now to tell the minister one thing, what would be the first thing you lobby for small ruminant farmers?
Oh boy, there's so much things that we want.
Well, give me the most important one at the tip of your tongue.
The most important thing is production of forages. We want things to help the production of forages in Jamaica. That's what we're lacking. And production of forages meaning that land and, you know, all the things that are associated, you know, like planting material, land, and, you know, the technical know-how, plus the equipment, you know, to plow land and preparation and all of that. But we are short of forages because most of the farmers in Jamaica are small farmers and they are landless farmers. I think maybe 95% of all of these goat and sheep farmers in Jamaica are landless farmers.
I think you represent that cohort, because we're here in Kingston and you have to be rearing animals in a very small, like in the back of your business place, on top of a roof, so you have to be using limited space to grow these animals, and that's that you have to stack up on your hay, you have to be carrying grass to your system like this. So do you think it's really a viable system going forward?
Well, one of the advantages that I have is that I usually have some purebred stocks, but otherwise from that I'm using waste products. And when I say waste product, I mean like mango skin, mangoes. Recently we've been picking up apples, pineapple, you know, different waste products from processing plant all over Kingston. So we collect all of those and we feed it to the animals. We also, as you see, we have some wild tamarind here today and some grass. We also go bush maybe 2 or 3 times a week and we chop forages.
So predominantly what is that you have here? What kind of operation? Is that for genetics, milk, meat? What is that you really plan to do with? Because you have some lovely Nubians, outstanding.
Well, I am pushing milk. I think milk is the way that we need to go, and I am trying to put a startup program here. You know, I want to show, because a lot of people don't take the milk thing serious, but milk is a cash cow. Every single day you can collect money from the milk that you sell, and the cheese and the, you know, all the different products that you can make from milk, lotion, soap, and all of these things. And as you know, more and more people are doing things the natural way, and this goat milk is one of the natural stuff that a lot of these people like and love, and the value. And also there's another side to milk. Goat are better and more efficient at producing milk, and they also convert their feeding much better than, for example, cattle. But it's an animal that we should look at, and we need to pay attention to it in terms of milk production. And when you produce the milk, you're going to always have the rams in your production that you can still sell back as meat.
As meat, okay. So question though, Mr. Bernard, because we move from one location where you're running waste disposal, you do scale, the president of the association, a goat farmer, and I know you're a family man with a wife and 2 kids. How is it that you manage all this? Give me, as a young man growing up, planning to do something very similar, how is it I can manage an operation, or how is that you structure your time to get this done?
One of the most important things is to have people around you, because I alone can't do it. You have to have people, and you have to be able to manage people. You have to have good communication skills with people. It's all about the people, because the machine don't break. The goats will always be here, but it's the people that take care of everything that makes the difference. And I think communication, you have to be strong and very, very strong on communication, and you also have to plan your time on a daily basis to be able to manage. Years ago, I milked this animal, and I took 3 liters of milk out that native
3 liters, that's amazing.
3 liters of goat, and she had some kids. She was feeding 2 kids at the time. So, very, very, very good mother. So, and that is one of our kids. That lovely animal is there, is one of our kids.
So, so animal like that now, you would keep most of our offsprings in your herd, because you're passing down that.
In my herd. And I want to tell you something. I'm always talking about the boar phenomenon. There are 2 kids here that I put to boar. The kids are boar, and those 2 kids, they had kids for the first time. One of them had kids for the first time, and did not have a lot of milk. That's why I tell people to stick. Don't go boar first. Go Nubian. Go to a milking type animal.
Okay, I get you. Cause that's something that we need to really push.
Yes, we have to push that milk first. Then you put the size on the animal afterwards with the boar. If you will put on some more size on that animal.
Alright. Pretty all fine. So Mr. Bernard, I see you have sheep too. What's this about? This is a nice animal.
I always have them. One of the things with sheep that is, I always tell goat farmers, rear sheep in your pen with your goats, because the goats, whatever the goats throw away, the sheep will eat it.
So may I ask you a question? Sheep versus goat.
Goat is for milk. That's the bottom line. And sheep is really for meat production, because as you know, a sheep put on weight almost twice as much as goat. Sheep eat twice as much and grow twice as fast. So they put on that meat. And as you look at these rams and you look at these sheep that I have here,
they're huge. They're huge. Outstanding. Really outstanding.
And that sheep over there is black belly. Look at him.
That's a huge black belly.
Yeah, black belly cross.
Oh, black belly cross.
With Katardin.
Yeah, man.
And this is a Katardin.
Real meat animal.
Real meat animal. If you look at the rear and look at,
and these animals are well conditioned.
Yes, they're.
Thank you guys for watching. I hope that was informative. And let's big up Mr. Bernard, who is really trying out there to put this permanent industry together. And let's come together and lobby the government to achieve our goals. Thank you. See you next time.